Okay. I bet we're live now.
It says 0 seconds.
0 seconds.
Yep.
Okay, great. Hello, and welcome to in Gowan Ring, playing at the San Francisco Free Folk Festival. Alright, my name's B. I'm really happy to be playing for everyone out there who's ever there, in lieu of being able to actually be in together in San Francisco playing at the festival. And thank you to my live studio audience that we have here. There's actually not so many people, but it sounds like a lot, huh? Okay, I'm going to start with an old song I wrote on a one summer solstice several years back when it was actually just up the coast from San Francisco in a little park called Oswald West. And the solstice is coming up in another week or so, I think. We got another week before the solstice, and this is a song where I was wondering what was going on in life, where I'd been, and what's next. And it's another one of those times. They come up from time to time where you wonder where you've been and where you're going. This song's called Feet of Clay. Skin another day, come what may, you're on your way with your feet of clay, wondering why, wondering my oh my, how living the day can make you sigh. Where are you going, where have you been, riding the tide inside your skin another day. What do you say? We go and play out among the waves, have some fun under the sun, take our rest when the evening comes. Look at the sky, look at it, my oh my, how living the day can make you high. Where are you going? Where have you been? Making it by inside your skin another time. Now you're doing fine, out on the road trying to make your dime. Give it a try, forget all the reasons why living the day can make you cry. Where are you going? Where have you been? Marking the time inside your skin another day. You find your way, trying to pray with one foot in the grave. Why are you hiding? What are you running from? How do you know when the feeling's wrong? Where are you going? Where have you been? Living a while inside your skin another day. Come what may, you're on your way with your feet of clay. You guys can hear all right out in the back? Okay, good. We had a little bit of the dog chorus in the background. I think we're going to be fine as long as the lawnmower convention doesn't decide to have another spontaneous meeting like they do sometimes. So great. We'll speed right along. We've got a very short half an hour with everyone here. We had earlier today, we had Unquiet Grave. I caught a bit of that show. That was fun to see. And next, after this, we'll have more stuff. I wanted to mention a little bit about my homemade guitar, which I built a few years back so I could have another guitar to record and play concerts with. This is my Golden Key guitar. And I've got a little expose on the website. You can check it out, where I kind of detailed my process. Slightly unconventional. It's a folk instrument. It's not a mass-produced instrument, but I like how it's sounding. And then I haven't. Let's do the Loon music thing. Sometimes I get my instruments and stuff up on a little website blog when I made lots of different things, but anyways, I try to put up pictures there if you want to see anything like that. I'm gonna do a song that I wrote out. I just got back not so long ago. I was living in Germany on and off for the last 7 or 8 years, and I was in the city Leipzig. Although there was a lot of parts that you could forget you were in a city, there was a lot of parks and stuff, and there was one park in particular that I would go to. This is, of course, where who was all there? Goethe, Wagner, everyone else, probably. Mozart, Bach, I think. It's a music city, and I spent a lot of time in Volkspark Jahresbaumwiese, and in this park they would, for a while every year, they'd be planting a new tree, and they'd have the posts that would say what it was. Anyways, I would hang out. At first, I was hanging out by the young birch trees, and then I kind of migrated over to I think next it was like this willow tree, not like the conventional willow tree, but it was a big willow tree, and it did have a swing on it. Sometimes someone had a swing there, and then I migrated over to the pines for a while, but I ended up with a grove of 21 oak trees, this baby grove of oak trees, and I spent most of my times, over probably like 3 years, I would hang out in the summer. Anytime I could get out into the park, I would bring all my office work and papers and get stuff done there. And this was a song I wrote there, Under the Oaks, and it's called Under the Oaks. I wanted to give a quick mention to this great book called Plant Intelligence and the Imaginal Realm, and this is by Stephen Brunner, and he's kind of a scientist naturalist, and it's a funny book, and a very informative book, very interesting book, and he talks a lot about how plants and trees, their nervous system is very similar to the animals and to humans. And I definitely felt over time that I started having a very palpable relationship with this grove of 21 oak trees. And I did get so that I would miss it sometimes when I wasn't there, or I would think of it fondly, or I would just head out to go somewhere thinking I was going somewhere else and just end up at this grove of oak trees. In the mild afternoon, while the world is still busy, I lay down my linen in the shade of the trees, under the oaks, there you will find me, where branches hang low and my mind is easy, among the grasses and clover, with my books and my poems and tea. Flickering shade and dappled light playing to the wind's wavering pace, and pleasure in swaying under the oaks at the edge of the tree, at the side of the meadow. There you will find me among the grasses and clover, with my books and my poems and tea. And I peer into my life like many webbed fingers on leaf branching hands, or like clouds as they linger in fragments of lines spread out in the sky, patterns in process, slow passing by, as feeling and form mingle and merge at the edge of my Should you choose to join me when the weather is fair, set your mind easy where the air is clear, under the oaks there you will find me, where branches hang low and my mind is easy, among the grasses and clover, with my books and my poems and tea. Thank you. Thanks. So my new spot is under the cherry tree. Just over there, so when like in the afternoon there's the perfect little sunlight's coming through and you can get just that in between half shade, half sunlight that I'm so fond of. What have we got? Oh yes, okay, so that was a song. Every month I have done for the last 4 years. I've made a project called Moonlit Missives, and thanks to Andrea, my card friend. This last song was was one of those. So every month I make a new song and record a new song with some word. Oh, I have an example. I make little booklets and mail them out to whoever is subscribing to them with a new song and some belles lettres or whatever words I want to put inside there. And there's the little music CD. Is that, so you guys can see that out in the world? Okay. All right, next. How are we doing? What's the time? How much time have I ate up?
15 minutes.
I think we're right on almost schedule. So we've got 15 minutes left. We're gonna make the most of it. Later we've got an experiment. But first, I'm going to sing a song based on a poem by the medieval poet Hafiz. I think some of the people have heard this song. It's called Boat of the Moon. And in this poem, the poet is, this was back in the Middle Ages, so there wasn't cell phones exactly. The poets had to rely on the wind, the elements and the animals to deliver their messages that they could send to each other. So in this poem, the poet is sending a message to his lover on the far side of the hill, just to say he's going to be a little bit late, but, you know, don't worry about it. But it's a very poetic message, of course. And first he calls down to the wind, "Come, wind," and he whispers in the wind language the message to be delivered off on the far side of the hill. And just in case the wind gets lost along the way, as the wind is often wont to do, he calls to a little bird, like these little birds. Maybe you can hear the birds out there. And he talks in the bird language and to deliver his message. Stay here with me for a while. Find your course to my desire. Come, let a waft to my eye, and hold my words, deep purpose inside your artless disguise. If by chance you pass by a garden's twilight, from me to my love give a sign. Ask why it is she's chosen to grieve and to cry. For the boat of the moon and the sea of the sky, to content our eyes they would shine. Come, bird, come, stay here with me for a while. Find your course to my desire. Come, let a wing to my side, and hold my words, deep purpose inside your artless disguise. If in your flight you pass by a garden's twilight, from me to my love give a sign. Ask why it is she's chosen to heave and to sigh. For the boat of the moon and the sea of the sky, to delight our eyes they would shine. Come, stay here with me for a time. Find your course to my design. Come, let a tear from your eye, and hold my words, deep purpose inside your artless disguise. For the boat of the moon and the sea of the sky, to content our eyes they would shine. Thank you. Thanks. So if there comes a time someday where we get to play in person at the San Francisco Free Folk Festival, hopefully I can bring some band. Usually, sometimes I play alone, folk style as it is, or sometimes I try to find a few musicians along the way. I've got some of them are hanging out still in Germany, waiting. Hopefully, maybe, possibly, these festivals in early autumn happen, or not. But anyways, it'll be fun to play again with some other instruments, too. Now, we're going to bring in a new concept we're going to try. You guys, some of you guys go to church, right?
Yeah.
Church is like a big sing-along.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys are practiced.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to have a couple sing-alongs, but what we're going to do, the new concept is the live stream not quite galactic, interwebular sing-along through, and so if you guys have, if you've got a little voice recorder, like when you record your dreams in the morning and you say, rah, rah, what's happening, rah, rah, you can turn on your voice recorder on your phone right now and record yourself singing along, and then I'll tell you where to send me the file, and then I mix it all together in a recording and I'll send it back to you if you want to play. In the next week. You've got to get it to me in the next week. And I'll make a link. So we're going to try it. Why not try it? So this is a song called The Open Door of the Grand Invitation. And I'm hoping that it is going to be, I'm going for like the one, not maybe the first or quite the second easiest sing-along, but maybe the third easiest sing-along in the world, possibly, because we've got 3 words and 1 syllable each word. How much time do I have? 10 minutes?
8 minutes.
Oh, we might go a little bit long, but the first word is. You get to the first word. Oh. Or here. Oh, also, is anyone saying anything interesting over in interweb land?
Yeah, we actually have a question. Someone has a question. What are you drinking?
Okay. This is an unconventional tea. So it is in the afternoon. It would normally seem to be a little bit early time for chamomile cream honey tea, but that's what it is. Chamomile cream and honey. Just, take the edges off a little bit.
A lot of people are commenting on how well the background goes with all of your songs.
It's nice, isn't it? And before I leave, I'll do a little 360 pan and you can see all the green. There's lots of green. It's nice. Oh, so I do every Wednesday. If you want to come back, every Wednesday I'm doing 23 minutes live stream at the same place around. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it more places besides Facebook, but I haven't figured it out yet. But so for now, it's just Wednesdays at in California time. It is 12:23 p.m. So yeah, it's time for our sing-along experiment. Okay, so we have. Can you tell if our sing-along words is right here? You can see C. You can see the C. So the first is C. This is like vision. The next one is breathe. Yeah, breathe. This is good thing to do. These are all wholesome activities that you can feel good about singing along with. Free. This is also good. Very good. Free's good. Okay, this comes in the chorus when the sing-alongs sometimes happen. You can just let me sing the rest of it, and then when these words come up, you know how it goes. In the new day here before us, we've many beautiful things to touch. Eternity is not too much for tomorrow's wild speculation. This substance is energy stretching space in a perceptual motion device, dust to dust of magnetic light in the world's low-styled articulation. Okay, we should have had a practice. I'm sorry. You're supposed to have a practice for the sing-alongs. All you guys online probably didn't catch it, so we'll have a practice. We'll go. And the rules for a sing-along are you can sing any note you want as long as you feel good about it while you're singing it. So you're very, very free. So we start with C. C, it's only a breath away. It takes a little bit of time, yeah. It's like it's pretty slow. So we'll try that. Dude, you should wait. We can't see. We can't see you. Okay. C. Will you start back with C? Then?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is all wrong.
C. It's only a breath away. Breathe in the light of a new day. You want to sing too? Free in the field we play, out the open door of the grand invitation. Looks like I need some practice on that one. Okay, chorus again. See, it's only a breath away. Breathe in the light of a new day. Free in the field we play, out the open door of the grand invitation. In the new day here before us, many beautiful things to touch. Eternity is not too much for tomorrow's wild speculation. Rivers have been running since the dawn of time, yet the seas are not full, the rivers are not dry. The cuckoo still laughing with the dragonfly, and the tortoise in his mild meditation. So I'll put some links in there for where you send your recordings. And I guess if you want, you can cheat, actually, and go look at the replay and record your voice. But what are we time? We're all up, right? Okay, next up is Mayan on the Faith Petrick stage at the San Francisco Freak Folk Festival. Hope to see everyone in the real person one day, and enjoy the festival, enjoy the weekend, and have fun. I'm gonna exit with a little song by a wonderful folk singer from San Francisco called Barbara Moritz, and she's not around anymore, but she was living out in San Francisco, and she's one of my favorite San Francisco free folk musicians. She played in a band called Lamb, and they played out in at the Fillmore West back in the day, and this is one of her songs, probably her most well-known song. It's also a sing-along in case. It's very easy. Walking along the road this morning, the sun was shining in my eyes. The smell of sweet, sweet blossom dancing through my mind. Isn't it just a beautiful day? Isn't it just a beautiful day? That's the sing-along part. Walking by familiar houses, I was getting close to home. I could tell by the special feeling deep in my bones. Isn't it just a beautiful day? Isn't it just a beautiful day? The river was rolling gently on its way. Sweet little children coming out to play. And it made me feel so happy I didn't know what to say. Thank you for this life I'm living and the song I sing today. Isn't it just a beautiful day? 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 Walking along the road this morning, the sun shining in my eyes, the smell of sweet, sweet blossom dancing through my mind. Isn't it just a beautiful day? 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. See you later.
Awesome. And they